Is a sort of session that's great if you are post feeling very tired or just need restorative and restorative practice. I've just had food poisoning 24 hours, so I'm really feeling weak as a kitten, and you're going to do a very restorative one today.
Yes, yeah. We're just going to get you moving again, and you know, your stomach and your throat would have been very tight, so we're going to kind of bring some space into here and just get everything.
So this is like a post feeling a bit ill or just had a really long stressful week. It's that kind of yoga.
Yeah, and we'll be doing a deep relaxation at the end. So get anything you like to feel comfortable, blankets, eye bags, and just have them by the side so that when we go into our relaxation, you've got everything there that you need to feel warm and cozy and super relaxed.
Great.
Okay. So.
Actually, I can turn off comments. Sorry.
Okay.
Just get that so you can see the whole Victoria, because we want to see the whole Victoria. Okay, let me just do that.
Yes.
There we go. All right, you can see all of Victoria. Yes, perfectly. Okay. All right, and Daffy's bottom.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not.
Okay.
Oh, let's just start lying on our back. Arms in cactus, so opening out the chest. So if your chest is tight, take a deep breath in here, and a long, slow breath out. So we're filling ourselves up from the inside. So you're imagining your lungs are like two giant balloons, stretching, filling, expanding from the inside. So as you breathe in, feel your lungs filling with air, expanding the chest. And as you exhale, feel the diaphragm relaxing down. And then just drop your knees over to one side. And then the other. And then back. You can do this as slowly or as fast as you like, depending on how this feels for your hips, what kind of movement you need. But this windshield wiper motion is brilliant for the inner and outer hips. A really lovely release. Lying with your arms in cactus opens the chest. Take your arms and legs to the sky. Just let your limbs hang down in their sockets, so you're feeling kind of floppy but with your legs in the air and your arms in the air. Circle your ankles and your wrists. So your jaw is soft, your face is soft. Your tongue is maybe resting behind your teeth. Circle the other way. And then hug your knees into your armpits, massaging the base of your spine and your low back. Keeping your hands on your knees, make big circles with your shoulders and your hips. Just getting some lubrication into these ball and socket joints. Making big circles one way and the other, nice and slow. And take hands and feet to the sky, just give them a little shake, or a big shake. All the while keeping your jaw nice and soft. That's it, take up. Feet to the floor, and just like kind of knock your knees inwards. Place one hand on your lower belly and the other hand on your heart. Feel the breath moving both of your hands, and see if you can shift the breath more into the hand that's on the low belly. So our breathing becomes deeper rather than shallow into the chest. So there are three parts to the breath. We breathe from the lower belly. And then just take your hands to your side ribs. And as you inhale, feel the breath moving the ribs to the side. That's the second part. That's where we're going to get this sort of second biggest expansion. The biggest expansion is from the diaphragm moving the belly. The second biggest expansion is from the ribs. So those are those secondary muscles of breathing. And then just place your hand on your chest and feel the breath now moving up into the chest. Now when we're in a state of stress, we tend to breathe more from the chest. Because we want to bring ourselves into a state of relaxation, we want to use the lower belly and the ribs as our primary muscles of breathing. So we're going to start with 3 rounds of Dirga Pranayama using these 3 parts of the breath. So replace your hand on your chest and your lower belly. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. And then now just taking your next inhale into the lower belly, feel it moving your lower hand, just the lower belly. Take a tiny pause and then exhaling it out. Another one like this, inhaling lower belly. Feel the belly rise beneath the hands and take your hands to your side ribs, and on the next inhale, fill up the lower belly and the ribs. Inhale. Tiny pause and exhale. One more like that. Inhale, lower belly, ribs. Tiny pause and exhale it all out. Replace hands on lower belly and chest. On the next inhale, inhale lower belly, ribs and chest, feeling full like a balloon. Tiny pause and exhaling out. One more like this, breathing in lower belly, into the ribs, side breathing, chest. Tiny pause and exhaling everything out. Just feel the breath come back to its natural rhythm, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and out. And then replace your arms in cactus. Windshield will wipe your knees from side to side, maybe bringing some bigger movements in now. Hook the knees in, start to rock up and back, massaging the spine. The spine is your central energy channel, filling it up with breath and movement. Okay. And then counter sitting up. Place our hands on our chest and take 3 long humming breaths. So this is, we want to really try and relax the throat, and using the sounds, it kind of gives like a bath for the throat. So we're going to try to take a deep inhale and then a long, slow exhale. Feeling the vibrations underneath your palms as they rest on your chest. And feel the sound filling the throat. And you might also like to feel a blue light, the light, the colour of the throat chakra filling your throat as you breathe out. So take a deep breath in together and hum it out. release the hands and just feeling the subtle vibrations in the chest, the after effects of that mini sound bath. How we can use sound to relax the nervous system and physically relax the tissues of the body, the throat, the chest. Okay, rolling over onto your hands and knees. For some cat-cow, so gentle waking up of the spine. Hands nice and broad, so we want a really strong connection to the earth. We call it Hasta Bandha, the hand lock. Knees slightly behind the hips, drop the belly, arch the back, stretch the front of the throat, and as you push the floor away, round the back, run across the upper back, really stretch like a cat, like you're trying to stick your navel and your back to the sky. Arch the back, look up, and then round the back, exhale. So moving with the breath. Inhale, arch 2, 3, 4, exhale. Round, push floor away, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale. And keep your elbows straight, that's it. Inhale and maybe replace your hands just under your shoulders, that's it. You can move your knees further back, but your hands want to be under the shoulders. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round, really spread the palms, spread the thumbs. Arch. And round. Sit back on your heels, knees nice and wide. Walk the hands around to the left and take a deep breath into the right ribs and push the left hand away and pull back with the right, almost like you're kind of spinning yourself to get a deeper sensation in the right side of the body. Breathing in, expand the ribs. Filling yourself up from the inside. And exhale. Breathing in, expanding the ribs. Exhale. Breathing in, filling in underneath the armpit, into the lats. One more. And then other side, walk it all the way around. So pushing away with the right hand, drawing back with the left and drawing the left hip down. Take a big breath into the left ribs. Using the ribs to get a deeper breath, expanding into the side body. So we don't default to the chest breathing when we want a bigger breath. And then coming back to center, threading the needle. So back onto your all fours with your knees slightly behind your hips. Press down with the left hand, reach up with the right. Look up, look at your thumb. And then thread it through, ear on the floor. And you might even hold your own hand and draw your right hand more towards the left. Breathing into the back of the heart. Imagine the breath. You could give the breath a colour. Green is the colour of the heart chakra, so you might feel like your breath is a green light filling up your heart space. And then back, switching sides. Left arm up, look up. And then underneath it goes. Maybe holding your own hand. Imagine the breath from the inside filling up the back of the heart. Maybe it's a green light, a green colour. And then coming back to centre, we're going to step the right foot outside the right hand and gently work into that hip forwards and back. as you come back, the toe goes towards the face, and as you come forward, the knee goes forward and the chest goes forward. So that's getting yourself into your hips and your hamstrings. Lengthen sides of the neck and chest. And keep your hands nice and flat, yet strong connection to the ground. The next one, as we come forward, stay there, drop the knee out to the side, coming onto the blade of the foot. Just take a gentle twist towards the right. Roll your shoulders back and press down on your left hand. Lengthen your neck, and if you can, look up. Send your awareness to the top of the left foot and press it down more. Feeling hands and feet alive with sensation. Set your hand down, set it back, sink back, child's pose. This time really stretching out with the hands. Come onto your fingertips and draw back through your shoulders, feeling the back of the shoulders switching on. So, like you've got an orange under each hand. Drawing back. And then onto all fours, left side, left foot outside, left hand. You're going forward and back, keeping a strong connection through the hands. Inhale, come up, lengthen sides of waist, side of neck. So if we're not doing so much for dynamic practice, we can really turn the breath up, because breath is our energy and it's our kind of rocket fuel, so you can still really feel energized just through deepening your breath, taking the fullest breath you can, feeling it getting to every cell. So breath and energy in yoga are the same thing, prana. Inhale as you come forward, knee drops out to the side, press the hand on the inner knee, roll that bottom shoulder under and look up. Press the top of the back foot down, feel hands and feet. Take a deep breath in and a long slow breath out. And then exhale, coming back. Sit on your heels, child's pose. Take your feet now hip width apart, so your knees and feet are hip width apart. Walk your hands in, and we're going to just come up, pressing the hips forward, reaching up, fingers engaged, press the hips forward and come down. Press the tops of feet down, hips forward as you come up, reach up, squeeze your thighs. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come up, hips go forward, opening out the chest, stretch your thumbs, and back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, go back. Okay, side to side now. So the left hand stays somewhere on the back of your leg, the right arm swoops over, and then coming down. Keeping a smooth breath. So just go to where you can keep the breath smooth. Don't have to go to your max. So we're always going to a kind of edge of sensation where we can feel something changing, but not so much that it brings in tension. One more each side. Sit down, shake your legs out in front of you, windshield wiper knees. Depending on how energetic you want to be, you can sort of have less pressure in the hands and start to use the upper body, lifting the ribs off the waist, using the core to get into this. Or you just keep your hands down. as we go over to the left side, you're going to carry on, reaching all the way behind you, bowing down, reaching far away with that right hand. You're going to stretch down the right side of the body, draw the navel in. Hip stretch, lat stretch. And it's always nice to get the head down. And then gently, gently coming all the way up. Other side, so the knee makes contact with the heel-ish. And then spinning around, bowing down, maybe your head comes down, you might be on your forearms. So notice how when you draw the navel in more, you can get slightly deeper into that twist. So here we're bringing some nourishment to the internal organs, the digestive organs, by gentle pressure and release. Inhaling, coming all the way up. And sit tall. How are you doing? Okay, right. We're going to use the arms now. So if you have a belt or resistance band, something not too stretchy, dressing gown belt, that would be great. Just going to do a little bit of work for the arms now, opening out the chest. Okay, so you might, if your hips feel quite kind of pinchy, sitting like this, just sit up on something, like on a bolster or something, to allow your knees to drop. Okay, so take the belt. Yeah, so we just want it, we want to be able to go over the head without bending your arms or feeling like you have to wriggle, but at the widest point you want to feel a stretch. So just, so you can have the longer one, your arms are longer than mine. Yeah. Okay. So just have an experiment with where your belt needs to be, so your arms stay straight at the widest point, but you don't need to wriggle. Okay, so we've been working with it a lot with the breath. So we want to imagine the breath is going to initiate the movement. So we're moving from the inside, so we're not really bothered about our outside. The breath is going to drive this movement. So take the arms out in front of you, and you're going to inhale your arms up and exhaling them all the way behind you. Inhaling up, so you're not getting ahead of the breath, so the breath is in the driving seat here. And exhaling, coming down. I'm going to add a count. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Keep going like this, of counting in your head, and as you inhale, imagine the breath traveling all the way up the spine to the crown of the head, and exhaling from the crown of the head back down into your pelvic floor, Mula Bandha, the root block. Inhaling all the way up from Mula Bandha at the base of the spine, all the way up to the crown of the head, and exhaling it all the way back down again. So inhale, feeling the breath lifting you up, exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, now find your widest bit, the bit where you feel the biggest stretch. Straighten your arms. Draw your ribs in and lengthen the sides of the neck, and then just curl your fists in, so it's like that, in and out like that. Curling your fists in and out so you feel a little bit more of a stretch in the chest. Keep drawing the ribs in. Lengthen the sides of the neck. So imagine you have earrings on and they are dangling over your shoulders, not in front. Feeling this a little bit more in the chest and the wrists now. Yeah. So it's like that. Yeah, so you might need to lengthen the belt a bit more so that your arms stay straight. Taking the loop out. Yeah, so your arms are straight, and then you will.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Now, fist, ribs in. So, yeah, that's it. So you're stretching the backs of the hands, and hopefully getting a bigger stretch across the chest.
Somebody can do sort of the dressing gown cord if they don't.
You can, yeah, or a, so if you've got a long tea towel or something, very long tea towel, scarf, okay, and release. Coming over onto your hands and knees. So we have these things called bandhas, which are locks. And we just talked about Mula Bandha, the pelvic floor, so that sits at the base of the spine, and it's a gentle engagement of the pelvis, of the pelvic floor muscles, and we keep that on throughout the practice. And it's a way that the practice connects you to your inside, so you're not bothered about looking around or anyone else. And it's a way of lifting the energy up through the central energy channel. So we're keeping our pelvic floor gently engaged, but we've also got these bandhas in our hands. So bandha means like bound or lock. So spread your hands broadly. So I can think of bandha as connection. So we want to feel strongly connected to the earth through our hands and to ourselves through our Mula Bandha, pelvic floor. So tuck your toes, take your chest to your thighs, straighten your arms out, melt your chest to your thighs. So deep bend in the knees, down dog. So look between your feet, so we've still got the knees bent. And now take your mind's eye to your hands, Hasta Bandha, your hand lock, and press all of your fingertips down, all of the bases of your fingers down and your thumb, and feel a kind of lift in the palm. That's the kind of, and the natural diaphragmal arch that you have there. And arches are really strong structures. So we're using this strong connection with an arch to feel really strong and grounded through the hands. And we'll do the same with our feet in a bit. Inhale, come forward to plank. So you can look at your hands, push the floor away. So really spread your fingers, spread your thumbs. You can look at your Hasta Bandha, your hand bandha. Press your fingers down and sort of see that, imagine that arch underneath your palm. Wrist crease lined up with the front of the mat. And then send your hips back, and this time you can, pedaling out your feet in your down dog. So we often find that the base of the index finger comes off, and that's actually a really strong part of your hand. So press it down as you inhale, come forward, push the floor away in your plank. Rounding across the upper back, so like a gymnast plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. In your down dog, moving only your, not your hips but your legs, just take your heels over your toes. So you will bend your knees when you do this. Send your hips back, chest to thigh, so stretching our toes. Keep your chest where it is, and now send your heels back. Maybe they touch the floor, maybe they don't, mine don't. And then take your heels high over your toes, stretching your toes. If you can keep the little toe down, it depends on the length of your toes too. And then press it down, all the while connecting with Hasta Bandha, your hand bandha. Inhale, heels over your toes. And then look forward, drop the knees, coming down all the way to the floor, lower down. Inhale, drawing through the hands, lift the chest, squeeze the elbows in. Switch the back on. Now draw back through those hands. And then take your chin down. Make your way back into child's pose. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips, and now walk your hands to your feet. Hold your opposite elbows and let your head go. Feeling all four corners of your feet pressing down. Big toe, little toe, inner heel, outer heel. So pressing all those sides down as you lift your kneecap, and see if you can feel that arch in your foot as you almost draw back through the toes. Feeling how strong your heel is. So your heel is like one of the strongest places in your body. So important for your balance. So this is Pada Bandha, your foot lock. So we've got Hasta Bandha for the hands, Pada Bandha for the feet, and Mula Bandha for the pelvic floor. So 3 really important ways to connect with the earth and yourself and feel steady and strong. So pretty much all the movements we do are initiated from a place of steadiness through our bandhas. Steady connection to the inside, steady connection to the earth. Release the hands and grab the big toes, press the big toes into the index and middle finger, folding down, lift kneecaps, take your elbows out to the side. So when you think of yoga, you might think of like bendiness and crazy shapes, but really it's first and foremost about steadiness and connection. So the word yoga means yoking or union, sort of feeling connected to yourself on the inside and to the earth. Look forward, slide hands under feet. Stand on the backs of your hands. Your Pada Bandha and your Hasta Bandha are meeting now. Wriggle toes into your wrist crease. Let your head go, breathing in. Maybe lift your hips a bit higher, lift your belly. Breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Release your hands. And then heel toe your feet apart. Actually, let's come into this high squat. I think that one's better for you. Let's stand quite wide. So sink down into your squat, opposite shoulder to knee.
Do you want to come forward a tiny bit? Ooh, I just can't see you.
So we're not moving the hips. Hips stay fixed. It's just the shoulders, but the hips go nice and low. So we're really getting into that hip stretch. Feel all 4 corners of your feet staying steady. So the temptation is to roll onto the inner or outer foot. We want to keep that steady connection. From your squat, take your palms in prayer in front of you. Drop your hips down. Press your feet down and feel your pelvic floor lifting. It's quite strong on the legs, but we're going to inhale here, the breath up from Mula Bandha all the way up through the central energy channel to the crown of the head. And exhaling it down, feel the ground. Inhaling all the way up, press your palms together and down. Just one more. Inhaling, press your feet down, lift Mula Bandha, pelvic floor, press palms together as the breath goes up. Exhaling, come down and press them through. Strong heels, come all the way up. And exhale, lion's breath out. Inhale, come all the way up. 3 of those. Inhaling, come all the way up. Exhale. And coming all the way up. We're going to do one more breath, which we haven't done for a while. But this is all about kind of getting rid of stuff you don't want, like annoying people and annoying feelings, things that you don't want to carry with you anymore. So hands like this, so index and little finger, like that. And we're going to cross the arms over, and when we go like that, we're going to go ha, and you're going to get rid of things you don't want in your day anymore. So feet, it's a little bit wider than hip width apart, Karana Mudra, inhale. Ha, 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 ha. More. Ha. Ha. As many more as you like. Ha. 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 Yeah, laugh at them. Ha. Yeah, that's always a good one if someone's annoyed you. Right, okay. Now we've woken ourselves up, we're going to calm ourselves down again for a bit of relaxation. So about 15 minutes of yoga nidra. So hopefully you're feeling like the energy, which it might have kind of got stuck in places or been depleted. It's kind of a little bit, you feel a little bit more joined up now. It's sort of more evenly distributed. So, right, do you need a blanket or anything? Put your eye bag. And you might want to put a bolster behind your knees or just anything to feel super comfortable. So you want to feel like this is the comfiest bed you've ever made. So settling in now, lying down on your mat, whatever surface is in your space today. You want your body to feel completely supported, so making any last adjustments. Fine-tuning your comfort. And one of my Yoga Nidra teachers describes this practice as like a portal into peace. So through a series of visualizations, a body scan, opening up the door to relaxation, peace, deep breaths, being flooded with hormones and beneficial neurotransmitters, and taking our brain through sort of ever deepening brainwave states, the same as in sleep. So this is like, I mean, they say that Yoga Nidra is like 2 hours of sleep in just 20 minutes. It's that restorative. So you might take a deep breath in through the nose and a sighing out breath through the mouth. Feeling that relaxation flood your body. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Your whole body sinking into the support of the ground beneath you. Settling now into the natural rhythm of the breath. Breath naturally rises and breath naturally falls. Taking a moment now to welcome the softening of the muscles in the jaw and in your tongue. Tip of the tongue, the root of the tongue. Releasing all the micro muscles around and behind the eyes. There's nothing to see, nothing to say, nothing to do for the next few moments. Feel the relaxation permeating your whole face, your scalp, every little hair follicle. You could imagine your brain, your left hemisphere, your right hemisphere, feeling like clenched fists relaxing, left and right, as your brain becomes softer and lighter. And letting that softening cascade down from your brain through your throat, through your chest, dropping down into the space of your heart. imagine the diaphragm as it draws down to create the inhale, filling you up with vital life force. And as you exhale, diaphragm moves up, massaging your heart. Diaphragm moves down, filling you up with vital life force, prana, energy, breath. Relaxes back, massaging and supporting your heart. Taking a moment now to welcome your sankalpa, your heart's desire, a short phrase. If you don't have a sankalpa you're working with right now, you might say, I am resting deeply, or you could choose, I am enough. We call this sankalpa heart speak, your heart's desire. Repeating it 3 times to yourself silently. Feeling the truth of it permeating every cell. Now we move to the rotation of consciousness, allowing your attention to flow through different parts of the body following the sound of my voice. Taking your awareness to the crown of the head, to your mind's eye, between the eyebrows, the left ear, the right ear, the tip of the nose, the tip of the tongue, the root of the tongue, the center of the throat, base of the throat, your chest and your heart center. Moving to the right side of the chest, right shoulder, right elbow, wrist, right thumb, tip of the first finger, tip of the second finger, tip of the third finger, tip of the little finger, the back of the hand, wrist, right elbow, right shoulder, center of the chest. Moving to the left side of the chest, left shoulder, elbow, wrist, left thumb, tip of the first finger, second finger, third finger, little finger, back of the left hand, wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of the chest. Feel the center of the chest. Down to the low belly and to the right hip. right knee, right ankle, top of the right foot, all of the toes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sole of the foot, ankle, knee, hip, the low belly, to the left side hip, left knee, left ankle, top of the left foot, all the left toes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sole of the foot, ankle, knee, hip, low belly, settling your awareness at the base of the spine, Muladhara chakra, the root chakra, the base of the spine. And you might imagine a beautiful rosy red light filling the base of your spine. Sending this vibrant red energy to every cell at the base of your spine. Now imagine your breath, you could give it this red colour, settling at your tailbone. And as you watch the inhale, see it travelling all the way up the spine and flowing down the spine back to your tailbone. On the next inhale, watching the energy, maybe it has this beautiful red colour going all the way up the spine to the centre of the brain and flowing down, releasing down into the tailbone. Feeling breath and energy rising up together all the way through your central channel, your spine, to the centre of the brain, and flowing down. Flowing up like a wave, and down like a wave. Now you might imagine this breath, this perhaps red breath, all the way up through the centre of the spine, all the way through to the midbrain, coming out of the crown of the head and cascading down the front of your physical body, bathing it in this beautiful healing light energy, prana. And as you observe the inhale, imagine the breath travelling all the way up through the central channel to the centre of the brain, out through the crown of the head, and down the front of the body, bathing Resting back now into a simple space of deep resting awareness. A sense of spaciousness, deep rest with a trace of awareness. In this space of resting, spacious awareness, welcoming back your sankalpa, your special phrase, your heart's desire, whispering it silently to your heart 3 times, and maybe hearing your heart say it back. Special phrase, your heart speak. Now feeling the breath filling up your lungs as you take a deep breath in through the nose, waking up the sensations in your body, and then maybe sighing out through the mouth. Coming back to the sensations of your physical body. Maybe feeling your fingertips starting to come alive with sensation. You might tap your thumb and your fingertips together. Welcoming all the sounds in your space. Maybe taking a big stretch. Taking all the time you need. And maybe taking a few moments just to bask in this lovely sensations of all these beneficial changes that have happened as you've spent this 15-20 minutes in this state of deep rest, this balm for your nervous system, and this chance to connect with your heart's desire, truly going inwards. So we talked about, in our yoga practice, we talked about connecting to the earth, through our hands and feet, but also connecting to you on the inside through a mula bandha, this engagement with the pelvic floor as you feel your energy lifting up on the inside. And that mula bandha, that connection, is here for you anytime you feel like you need to just come back to yourself. You can give your pelvic floor a little kind of squeeze, feel the energy rising up, take a deep breath in from mula bandha, feel it filling you up. Just a few breaths like that can really help you connect with what do I really think? You know, what's my view? How do I feel about this? What's going on for me on the inside? And this practice of yoga and yoga nidra, where we connect to ourselves on the inside, really helps us to show up in an authentic way, because the inside and the outside are kind of connected, they kind of mirror each other. When you are ready, stretches that you need. You might do some seated cat-cow to wake up the spine. You can get your breath bigger. You can even go lion's breath. Shaking. Exactly. Daffy's woken up too. Did you have a little rest?
Woken up too. Did you?
Aww.
Did you have a rest? You come and say thank you to Victoria.
Yes.
You had a good rest, didn't you?
I hope you enjoyed that. And just, you might, if you do journal, after yoga nidra is a great time to do your journaling, because you've kind of gone quite deep and you have a bit more of a clue about what you think about things and what's important.
That was really wonderful, Victoria. Thank you. Such a good one. I hope everyone who's listening and watching enjoyed it, and anyone who's going to do it later, because we're doing it live now. But I found that such a great session. And when you're stressed and you don't want to be moving too much, but you really want to get it's so restorative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Thank you.
balance left and right, front and back, and you know, when you're feeling off, it's because your energy is probably stuck in one place. It could be like stress in your head. It could be like, you know, it was probably stuck in your guts,
Yeah.
and it's just getting everything a little bit more kind of
Released.
balanced.
And we'll catch up again soon. We're with Victoria on Tuesday, and we'll see you then. Yeah. Have a good